Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Beef Reacts. That clap was really bad, so let's do it again. That was even worse. One. I didn't like it. It didn't feel right. It didn't feel... Excuse me. I gotta do this right. There we go. That was a waste of 16 seconds for everyone that probably broke someone's eardrums. My apologies. So, today we're watching 3 horror stories animated. Now, I am a little bitch boy. I don't like being scared. I'm actually really bad at being scared because I have a really bad overactive imagination. I can't watch a horror movie past 8 o'clock. I get spooked out very fucking easily. Okay? I'm not a fan of it, but I'm here and I gotta make content, and I said, you know, content is all about doing things that make other people happy, not yourself, and here I am making you happy. So time to get scared, everyone. Oh, Jesus. One camp.
I remember we were riding in a car one day and I asked my mom the scariest experience she ever had. She had been a camp counselor for a small outdoors camp in the summer.
First mistake. By the way, here's going to be the big issue with this video. If you're looking for like someone to like sit there and listen to the entire story, I'm breaking it up so I don't fucking terrify myself. Just gonna be real with you guys. That's why I'm doing it. And I also will just be giving my general commentary and thoughts on the situation.
Which lasted about a week.
Cool.
On a particular hot summer night, my mom was rolling around in her bed, unable to sleep because of the humid heat. Her other friend, who I'll call Rachel, was also awake at the time. Around 1:30 a.m., my mom received a notification to not leave the area. Apparently, 4 convicts had escaped from a local prison and were on the run.
Why does this always happen when summer camp's going on? I'm sorry, but fuck out of here with this shit. I'd be like, no.
Rachel was freaking out and hurriedly woke up everyone despite my mom telling her to calm down. After arguing with the campers and the other counselor, she had convinced the group to go to the boys' cabin to see if they were fine. They left out through the back cabin door and snuck behind bushes, making as little noise as possible.
This is a bad call.
Unfortunately, they had to make it across a little clearing to reach the men's cabin. After checking multiple times, they ran to the boys' cabin and knocked till my mother's guy best friend opened up. He raised a questioning look before letting them in after seeing how scared everyone was. The guy laughed after Rachel said she was scared because of the escaped convicts and reassured her. Around 2 hours later, my mom and everyone headed back to their cabin and fell asleep.
Bad call. Just stay there for the fucking night. I hate this shit, because just stay there for the fucking night. You're stronger in numbers. Don't go back. Stay. Always fucking stay.
The next day, everyone was a bit freaked out, but was sure nothing had happened to them. Until my mom walked around to see the back of the cabin. It seemed someone had scraped the back doors and unsuccessfully tried getting in. She was freaked out by it and went home early. Later, she found out on the news only 3 convicts were captured, and has always thought back to that night and wondered what would have happened if they stayed in their cabin.
You know what? Respect for her, for Rachel. Honestly, respect. She was right. I'm sorry for, you know what, Rachel? I'm sorry for calling you a bitch. I'm a pussy. Okay, all right, Rachel. I'm sorry. That's on me. But stay in the other cabin. Always stay in the other cabin.
Hello, my name is Joe and I'm 10, from a small farm in Nebraska.
I already don't like this that he's 10.
I have 2 sisters, Annie and Scarlett, and they're 16. Our farm used to be quite large, but as time went on, people and animals have been taking our crops and littering. But that's besides the point. Our family was never wealthy and we didn't have much.
Okay.
It happened about a year ago before I found out about this channel.
Are these like Reddit posts that people have animated? Because that's what I think's going on here, but I really can't be too sure. Also, if you have any scary stories that you want to suggest, like creepypastas, I do like creepypastas. I've always been hesitant to react to creepypastas for the sheer fact of it's not really a visual, it's more of a auditory thing, and I don't know if people just want to stare, like, because I'm just listening and kind of looking. I guess technically speaking, I could break down more of the writing techniques or more of what they're doing and my thoughts on what's going to happen. But, excuse me, that might take it more out of the ambiance, because pausing itself takes you out of the pacing of the story, which isn't necessarily fair to you guys, and I get that. But I do it for two reasons. One, because it's better to break up in the middle, because then it's less of like then it's less of YouTube coming at you from a copyright standpoint and being like, hey, you're just stealing other people's content. You're not even doing any fucking thoughtful or insightful commentary. And Lord knows whenever I talk about blowjobs or some bullshit, it's insightful. There's never been a time where I've talked about neck and it was not insightful for everyone involved. But that being said, there's that aspect, and then there's the other aspect of, like, I have a really bad memory, so I'll forget what I wanted to say anyway, so just, for me, it's easier to pause, rewind a little bit sometimes, and then keep watching. It's just easier for me to do that. So I do apologize if it's annoying. I just wanted that to be clear.
But that's besides the point. Our family was never wealthy and we didn't have much. It happened about a year ago before I found out about this channel. I live near Medicine Creek, and our tractor broke down, so we had to pull it all the way to Cambridge. There had recently been people hunting animals nearby, and our parents didn't want our livestock getting killed. Our parents had me and my sister stay at the farm in case the hunters came to collect food. So my sister and I were watching the television when we heard rustling in the crops. Then our dog, Scout, started barking.
I didn't like that fucking gunshot. That was jarring.
When the first gunshot went off, I yelled and screamed, but Scarlett put her hand over my mouth. We tried to call the police, but the phone line was out. Damn it. He cut the phone line.
What do you mean he cut the phone line? They're hunting animals, not humans, unless they've made the decision to switch to a more fitting sport. Jesus fucking Christ.
Next, the man shot the window and jumped through. We ran straight upstairs to our bedroom. I saw a glimpse of his face. He was skinny with mildly red eyes and short, black, greasy hair.
Not a fan of that.
He pointed the rifle at me, but missed. My sister shoved me into the room as she pulled out a knife and ran at the man.
Excuse me?
Then the most terrifying part. A bullet flew into my sister's arm. She screamed as the man pointed the gun at me. Thankfully, the man fell downstairs as Scout bit a chunk off of his leg. I grabbed the knife, then ran straight at him. I stabbed him 4 times as blood splattered.
You are 10. Sir, you are 10 years old. The fuck do you mean you stabbed him? You, not that he's 10 and he won't be able to do it, but the fuck?
Everywhere on the wall. The police showed up eventually because the neighbors saw the commotion. Thankfully, no one was majorly hurt. I just hope that nothing like this ever happens again.
What do you... Thankfully, no one was majorly hurt. You stabbed a man 4 times.
Police showed up eventually because the neighbors saw the commotion. Thankfully, no one was majorly hurt. I just hope that nothing like this ever happens again.
What the fuck do you mean, no? No, is that person who fucking shot at you? He's dead! He's fucking dead! No one was major. You killed a man in Reno just to watch him die. Was it justified? 100%. That was a justifiable kill, but Jesus fucking Christ.
My name is Luke. This happened to me in August last year on a Friday. I was 20 at the time.
I don't like how it's already whispering. The whispering in my ears does not bode well for me and my fucking fragile subconscious here.
My parents were going out of town for a week. They said I could invite some friends over, so I called my friend Mark. He asked if he could bring his little brother since he was babysitting him.
Sure.
So when they got here, we decided to get pizza. We were waiting for the pizza. So I said, "Hey, do you want to have a sleepover?" He said, "Of course, but my brother's going to have to stay." I told him that was fine.
Yeah, of course the younger brother has to stay. Why else? Bro, it's too much. I don't like being alone in general, but goddamn is this... No.
So while we were waiting for the pizza, we were playing video games. And then the pizza arrived and we ate and played more video games. Then we went to bed. He and his brother were sleeping on the floor on a mattress.
Yeah.
At 2:30 a.m., he woke me up and said, "I don't feel good. I'm gonna go home." So when he left, I went to pick up the mattress, and I saw a complete man under my bed. I screamed, "Ah!" I ran out of the room and called 911. He woke up from my scream and tried to leave. Then I tackled him before he could get to the front door. The police came 5 minutes later. Turns out he was homeless. They put him in handcuffs and he looked at me with an ugly grin. I noticed he had a knife in his back pocket. The police told me he might be going to prison for 1 year. Turns out, he's been in my house for a week. The question we were all asking was, how did he get in the house? Nobody knows.
Okay.
What scares me the most is that it's been 1 year.
Yeah, I don't like that. Homie, you're dead. You're dead. I would move. If this happened, I'd move.
I know he's out on the street now. When my friend got home, he called and told me there was a hobo under my bed. And that's the reason why he left. If he hadn't realized there was a guy under my bed, he would have stayed. And who knows what would have happened.
Yeah, not a fan of that. All right, well, that's my blood is cold. I am a cold-blooded man. I am afraid. My skin temperature has gone down. Everyone, I don't want to say I'm just gonna go, but like, question of the day is: would you like me to listen to some creepypastas? This is tough, but thanks so much for watching. Don't mind, like, comment, share, subscribe. I promise you, I could usually be a little bit more insightful than this. I am off my game. I'm off my rocker a little bit today, but peace out. I hope all of you have a good one, and stay spooky.